Hey guys, in the previous video we were discussing about what is random numbers, and we were also discussing about the functions and function calls. So we discussed about what are pseudo random numbers, how we can use them in the Python programming language using the random module. Okay, so let us discuss about the next topics, how to add the new functions. Okay, that is user defined function. So in general, so far we have discussed about the built-in functions which is already existing in the Python library, and we are calling them directly. So now the question is how we can define the new function, how we can write the new functions. So those functions can also be called as the user defined function. Okay, for example, say I have user defined function. The name of the user defined function is print lyrics. Okay, so this is what I am going to write the function. So this is my function name. I have defined this one. Now you want to write something to that particular function. Okay, so define print lyrics, and I have some set of the statement, that is print I am lumberjack and I'm okay. Okay, print I sleep all night and work all day. Okay, so this is my set of the statements inside this print lyrics function, which is defined by user. Okay, so now you want to display whatever the set of the statements which is inside this particular function. So how you call them? So to call this print lyrics function, you have to directly write the print lyrics functions. Okay, and then call. When you are calling, it is going to give the set of the statements. And make sure this print lyrics functions can be called any number of the time inside the program wherever it is required once it has been defined. Okay, so this is how we can use the new functions. Okay, so this is about the user defined function. Next topic is definitions and uses. Okay, so when we are writing definitions or writing the user defined functions, what would be the benefit? Okay, so when you write some set of the definitions, pulling together the code fragments from the previous section, the whole program looks like. What is the use? I have already told you. Once you have written the user defined function, and the same functions can be called any number of the times inside the program. Okay, so the same thing can be repeated any number of times instead of writing again the same code snippet. Okay, so this is the benefits or the uses of the definition. You can see here I have written one more definition, that is repeat lyrics. I am calling twice. Okay, so now if I call this repeat lyrics, what happens? It is going to execute this set of the statement twice. Okay, so you will be getting the 4 lines of the statement, that is I am lumberjack, okay, and I sleep all the night one time, and the other time it is going to display. So we get the twice execution of this print lyrics. Okay, so this is the definitions and the uses of using the user defined functions in the Python programming language. Okay, so the next topic is flow of execution. So far we have discussed so many things, functions, and we have written variables, and then how to use the expression. So what would be the flow of execution? So this is very important to note the flow of execution. So in order to ensure the function is defined before its first use, so before using any function, you have to know the order in which the statements are executed, so which is called as the flow of execution. So execution will always begins at the first statement of the program. So statements can be executed one at a time, so statement must be executed one at a time in order from top to bottom. Okay, so function definitions do not alter the flow of execution of the program, but remember that statements inside the function are not executed unless the function is called. So that means the function must be called, then only the statements inside the function definitions can be executed. If you are simply writing the function definition, it is not going to give the output. You have to call that particular function what you have defined. So this function call is like a detour in the flow of the execution. So instead of going to the next statement, the flow jumps to the body of the function, execute all the statements there, and then comes back to the pickup where it has left. So we can see this previous example, how this function definition works, and how we have called that particular function. Okay, so this is about the flow of execution. So the next topic is parameters and arguments. So what are these parameters and how we are using the arguments in this function? Okay, so we have some of the built-in functions which requires the arguments. So inside arguments means arguments always written inside the parenthesis. So for example, when you call mat.sign, you pass a number as an argument. Okay, so when you want to find the sign of some particular, for example, sign of 90, so you obviously within the brackets you will be writing the sign of the 90, which is going to give you 1 as the output. So some functions which may take more than one argument, For example, math.power2 takes the two arguments, so the base and then exponent. Okay, so let us see one example how we can use the parameters and the arguments together. So we can look here, we have defined print twice of the bruise. Okay, so inside this one we have an argument which is called parameter. So then you are calling that bruise twice. Okay, that means twice the bruise has been to be printed. So what is the value inside this particular bruise? Okay, so print twice of the spam. Okay, it is gonna print spam twice. Okay, so in the same way, if you print twice of 17, it is going to give 17 twice. Okay, and now if you want to print the value of the pi twice, what you want to do? Make sure, since pi is the belongs to mathematical module, so you have to use the math module followed by dot notation and then followed by pi. So it is gonna display 3.1415. So this is the value of the pi. So the next topic is why we have to use the functions. So when we create the new function, it gives an opportunity to name a group of these statements, which makes your program which is easier to understand, read and then debug or check for the errors. So functions can make a program smaller by eliminating the repetitive code. So whenever you have the repetitive codes, by writing the user defined function, you can call them n number of times in the program. So later we can make the changes only when you have to make it in one place. Okay, so dividing a long program into function allows you to debug the parts of one at a time and then assemble them into a working code. Well designed functions are often useful for many functions, so that is why we say using the functions would be make the program very easier. So once you write and debug one, you can reuse them. So this is how we can use the functions and what is the benefits when you are using the particular function. So this is all about the function. So in this chapter we discussed about what exactly is the functions, what are the function calls, how to use them in the Python programming language, and what are the built-in functions, and then we have also discussed about type conversion functions, math functions, random numbers, and how to add the new functions, that is user defined function, and what would be the benefits or the uses of definitions. And then we also seen what is the flow of execution of the functions, then parameters and then arguments, and then why functions. So this is all about the functions. Thank you.